This is the ChinnyVision VIC-20, which is giving odd results on the Retrotink. I'm getting a banding of colours down the screen on certain games, and there's nothing I can adjust on the Retrotink that seems to change that. So I think the next thing to look at is the VIC-20 and see if we can resolve it. Now, from memory, there is a potentiometer inside here somewhere near the VIC chip that adjusts something to do with the colour timing. So I'm going to go inside and see if I can adjust it, because the VIC's fine on everything else, but clearly there's some issue, and it's got to be that or that. And since I've adjusted everything on that, the Retrotink, it's probably in the VIC. So let's get inside and find out what's going on. Right, that is what a VIC looks like inside. I can't see anything that's obvious, but there is a big can there, which I think is where the VIC chip lives. So I'm going to take that can off and see what lies underneath. By the way, you'll notice Jiffy DOS installed there. This machine was supplied by the Future 8-bit, donated to the channel, and he put Jiffy DOS in the machine, so it's got that. So yeah, let's get inside that can. So here we are. I've started up cheese and onion there. Now it looks like we've got two potentiometers in there, if you can see. We've got one there and one there. So let's just see what this one does. My wobbly camera. Right, that's some kind of brightness control. We want to put that back to where it was, so about there. Yep. So I'm guessing colour timing is that one there. Let's give that a go. I'm not seeing any difference. Let me just change the thing about the Retrotink is that sometimes you need to reconnect it. Just like adjusting an azimuth. Well, I've definitely made it worse. Let's go the other way. Don't try this at home, kids. Nope. Ah, there we go. It needed more. I think we're there. I went right. So I think we have a good picture. So I've set up a little monitor over there so I can see what I'm doing, which is split off to the capture up there. But yeah, I think if you've got a Retrotink like me, and yes, these things can be a bit finicky, I've found, but the firmware is slowly improving it all. But your VIC might work fine on your telly and all your LCD displays and so on. But if it's playing up with your Retrotink, you're going to need to get inside and adjust that pot there. And it should all be okay once you've done a little bit of fiddling. Of course, check it still works with the other displays. So I'm going to have to take this inside and find out if it works with the other displays. I'll report back on the screen saying how it goes on my other TVs, because obviously if it only works on the Retrotink and then it's horrible on other TVs, that's a problem. But I'm imagining it's just a simple chroma timing thing that we have adjusted there, or I've adjusted there. And now I have properly coloured games on the VIC. I'm going to test some more, but hopefully that is how you get your Retrotink working nicely with your VIC-20 if the picture is coming out with those colour bands on it. Little gotcha I'm just going to add on the end. I had it all perfectly tuned, and then I noticed I was getting a little bit of interference in the border on the brighter colours, especially in basic here. So I've just done a little bit more tuning, and then I've got it pretty much spot on. So yeah, it will take a little bit of tuning, because I think the Retrotink also dynamically adjusts itself as it goes on, so you have to be very careful what adjustments you're dialing in. I find it's best to actually go to the Retrotink, get into the menu, and go Input, and just reconnect like that, so it resets itself, and then you can be absolutely sure that you are correctly working. But as I say, I'm going to check this on TV anyway to make sure it's all okay. But from a capture point of view, hopefully, I think I'm done, and the Retrotink is doing a superb job. I don't think I've ever seen a good quality picture of this VIC-20 on a LCD TV. So once your VIC's adjusted, I think you will be laughing, hopefully.